Welcome to lecture 5. In this session we will study one more type of FIR realization using lattice structure or lattice realizations. Okay. So now this is another FIR realization and where it is particularly useful in the implementation of adaptive filters. So the development of this lattice structure has the following steps. Okay. Now it starts with a system function h of z, and let here the system function of mth order FIR filter be represented by a polynomial am of z. So that is system function hm of z is equal to am of z for m is equal to 0, 1 up to m minus 1. So call this as equation 1, where m represents the length of the filter. So as we have considered in the previous realization types also. So now here am of z is a polynomial and it is given by am of z is equal to 1 plus summation k is equal to 1 to small m alpha m of k into z to the power of minus k. So call this as equation 2, and always here m is greater than or equal to 1. Okay. So now in this realization the value of a naught of z is always equal to 1. So therefore a naught of z is equal to 1, and therefore equation 1 can be now written in terms of the system function h of z as hm of z is equal to 1 plus summation k is equal to 1 to m alpha m of k into z to the power of minus k. Okay. So where here small m represents order of the filter. So and also this h naught of z value is equal to 1. So this is because when k is equal to 0, z to the power of 0, that is value is 1. So therefore h naught of z is equal to 1, and also the hm of z, that is system transfer function, can be written as a ratio of y of z by x of z. So therefore now by just substituting this in equation 3, so we can now write equation 3 as h of z by x of z is equal to 1 plus, okay, 1 plus summation alpha m of k into z to the power of minus k, where k is ranging from 1 to m. So therefore just cross multiplying x of z, we have the y of z is equal to x of z plus summation alpha m of k into z to the power of minus k into x of z. So again k is equal to 1 to m. Okay. Now by taking izt on the above equation, so we are going to derive the system, that is FIR output y of n. Okay. So y of n is nothing but it is x of n plus summation k is equal to 1 to m alpha m of k into x of n minus k. Okay. So now this x of n minus k, it is the izt of this particular term by taking the izt. So now this equation, okay, so this represents an important section here, that is derivation of y of n. Y of n is the FIR system output, and let us call this important equation as equation 4. Equation 4. So next, as I told you, m represents here order of the filter. So therefore now let us begin developing the lattice structure by considering the first order, that is m equal to 1. Okay. So for first order m is equal to 1. Okay. So therefore now equation 4 becomes y of n is equal to x of n plus substitute m is equal to 1 in equation 4 everywhere. So therefore alpha 1 of 1 alpha 1 of 1 into x of n minus 1 it is. Okay, so call this as equation 5. So as order is 1, m is equal to 1 here, so therefore the summation it reduces to only alpha 1 of 1 into x of n minus 1. So here the equation y of n, it actually represents the output of first order FIR filter. So therefore now as it is the basic implementation or the basic realization, so we can show a single stage lattice filter for this y of n, which is given by equation 5. So therefore by taking equation 5, so it is possible. So I'll once again let me write y of n here. So it is x of n plus alpha 1 of 1 into x of n minus 1. Okay. So this is equation 5 we have taken. Now we are drawing the single stage lattice structure for this equation 5. So therefore here input is x of n input, and x of n is split into two parts. So one is f naught of n and other one is g naught of n. Okay, and g naught of n will be delayed as it passes through this z inverse, and at the output of z inverse block we are going to get g naught of n minus 1. Now the upper path, so where f naught of n is just same as x of n, okay, so it will go to an adder. Okay. Similarly g naught of n minus 1 will also go to an adder. Okay. So here g naught of n minus 1 will be added with the weight k1. Similarly the signal from the upper path will be again added here with k1 again as a multiplier or the weight. Okay. So here whatever we get the result, so let us call this as f1 of n. This is nothing but y of n, that is equation 5. Okay, and here let us call this output as g1 of n. Okay, so now this particular figure, call this as figure 1. So this represents single stage lattice realization, single stage lattice form or single stage lattice structure or lattice realization. Okay, so now this actually implements this equation 5. Now let us rewrite the equation 5 by referring to the above figure 1. Okay, so what we have written here, y of n is equal to x of n plus alpha 1 of 1 into x of n minus 1. But according to the single stage lattice form, so here we can rewrite the output as y of n is equal to f naught of n plus, okay, f naught of n plus k1 times of g naught of n minus 1. Call this as 6th equation. So why this equation 6 has come from the lattice realization. So here in the upper path we are writing it as the output y of n, but it is equal to what? It is a sum between two terms. One is f naught of n and other one is g naught of n minus 1, which is again multiplied by k1. Okay, so therefore equation 6 represents f naught of n plus k1 g naught of n minus 1 as the output y of n of the first stage filter. But okay, so but f naught of n is nothing but it is x of n only, and this g naught of n minus 1 is nothing but x of n minus 1. Okay, x of n minus 1, because x of n is passed through z inverse actually. Okay, so the output of this delay element will be obviously x of n minus 1 only. Okay, so therefore whatever in the lattice structure we have written g naught of n minus 1, it is just same as x of n minus 1 only. Therefore now substituting these two conditions, what are those? F naught of n is equal to x of n and g naught of n minus 1 is equal to x of n minus 1. So now we are able to write the output y of n for the first order filter, which is nothing but x of n plus k1 times of x of n minus 1, k1 times of x of n minus 1. Okay, so now again this is one important relation here. So this we have written on the basis of our lattice structure, call this as equation 7. Okay, so now here compared to equation 5 which was written in previous case, just compare equation 5. x of n is there, here also x of n is there. Okay, but in the previous equation what we have, alpha 1 of 1 into x of n minus 1, but now here we have k1 into x of n minus 1. Okay, so therefore the parameter here, the parameter k1, okay, is nothing but alpha 1 of 1. Okay, so parameter k1, which is equal to alpha 1 of 1, is called as the reflection coefficient, is called as a reflection coefficient. Okay, so now other than this k1, equation 5 and 7, they are identical to each other. Okay, so therefore the single stage lattice structure can be realized if we substitute k1 is equal to alpha 1 of 1. Okay, when order of the filter m is equal to 1. Okay, so now that was regarding the realization of the lattice structure for m is equal to 1, that is first order filter. Now continuing, let us develop the realization for second order filter, so where m is equal to 2. Okay, so therefore for second order filter realization, m is equal to 2. Okay, so now in this case m is equal to 2, and in this case, so we can now write what is the y of n equation again. So y of n is given by, y of n is equal to, it is x of n plus summation k is equal to 1 to 2 alpha m of k into x of n minus k. So again the same equation is rewritten here, only difference is the range of k values. Now k is equal to 1 to 2 as m is equal to 2. Okay. So now using this equation we can write its expansion. So therefore now I will write the expanded y of n. It looks like this. So y of n is equal to x of n plus now the suffix of alpha was m, so m here is equal to 2, so therefore now I am getting alpha 2 as a suffix, alpha 2 of 1 into x of n minus 1 plus alpha 2 of 2 x of n minus 2. So call this as equation 8. Okay, so now for the first order we had only two terms, one is x of n, other one was alpha 1 of 1 x of n minus 1. Okay, now as order m is equal to 2, okay, so we will get one more term, that is alpha 2 of 2 into x of n minus 2 also. Okay, so now this is what y of n is the equation that is going to represent the FIR, second order FIR filter. So now let us draw the lattice structure for this equation 8. So now to draw the lattice structure, here we need to simply extend the previous structure, that's all. Okay, so now in the previous structure, so what was the output? F1 of n was the last output and G1 of n was the last output in the second path. Okay, so now these have to be carried forward. Okay, so now we will have to simply repeat the basic structure, first order structure in order to realize the second order structure. Now where f1 of n acts like a x of n and g1 of n, it also acts as another input. Okay, so for the second path. Okay, so therefore now let us draw the lattice structure for the second order filter. So again here it starts with the x of n, we have z inverse, that is this is the first part. Okay, so z inverse, it will go to an adder. Similarly this path will also go to an adder. Okay, so then here what we have is f naught of n and this is g naught of n path, and after passing through this delay it will be g naught of n minus 1. So now here we have two outputs, one is f1 of n which is obtained by adding what, f naught of n with g naught of n minus 1 multiplied by k1 weight. Similarly we have the other output g1 of n. Okay, so now this was up to first stage. Now for the second stage, so f1 and g1 will act as inputs, so this g1 of n will pass through again z inverse. Okay, and we have an adder and this is the output. Similarly here f1 of n acts as an input, okay, and it is going to generate now the output. Okay, so this is nothing but k2, and here the same structure multiplied by here k2. Okay, so now the outputs here whatever we get, that we are going to write as, okay, so f2 of n, which is nothing but y of n, and similarly here the output is g2 of n. Okay, so now f2 of n equal to y of n, so this represents the output of the second stage. So therefore this is a second figure. So this is figure 2. It is a two stage lattice structure. Okay, so it is just nothing but the conversion of the direct form coefficients into reflection coefficients, that's all. So if the same problem, if we were to implement using direct form, we would have directly implemented all the coefficients in the given system transfer function, okay, on the multipliers itself. But here in the lattice structure, we are going to give a new form to those direct form coefficients, and those coefficients are now called as reflection coefficients, that's all. Okay, so therefore now we have some derivations to be obtained from the above lattice structure. Okay, so by referring to this second order structure, lattice structure, so we can write what is the expression for f1 of n, okay, and what is the equation for g1 of n, and similarly what is an equation for f2 as well as what is the representation for g2. Okay, so therefore now so let us write some set of equations, okay, so related to the second stage lattice. So therefore from the first stage we get f1 of n. Okay, so f1 of n was, it is just as usual, okay, so f1 of n is equal to, it is simply addition of x of n plus k1 into x of n minus 1. So you just go back and refer what is f1 of n. It is x of n. See here, this is the x of n path. So of course x of n is same as f0 of n. Okay, so therefore now I am directly writing f1 of n is equal to, it is x of n addition with this term. What is this? k1. Okay, so k1 into x of n minus 1. Okay, so that is the first output. Call it as ninth equation. Similarly what is this g1? So g1 is again so here I have to write k1. Okay, so k1 into x of n. Okay, so this f0 of n is same as x of n only. Okay, so k1 into x of n plus it is simply x of n minus 1. Okay, so this g0 of n is nothing but what it is? It is x of n minus 1 only. Okay, so now you can write in terms of g0 and f0, and later you can replace, or otherwise, so now as we know from the first order filter structure, readily we can write it. Okay, so therefore, so directly go for writing g1 of n. It is nothing but k1 multiplied by x of n plus x of n minus 1. Now these equations 9 and 10, they themselves tell you the lattice structures here. So here x of n plus k1 x of n minus 1 in 9. In 10 equation, this k1 is multiplied with x of n, and x of n minus 1 is multiplied by 1. Okay, so therefore 9 and 10, they simply show the lattice structures only. So these are two equations from the first stage. Now output from the second stage. So now let us go to the second stage. So now in the second stage what we have, f2 and g2, and the f2 itself is a final output y of n also. Okay, so therefore now let us put these two, that is the second structure in the equations form. So therefore output from second stage is, okay, so we have f2 of n, that is equal to, so now I am writing in terms of f1 only, plus k2 into g1 of n minus 1. Okay, so just from the previous structure, so what is f2? See here, f2 is nothing but it is sum of f1 plus k2 into g1 of n minus 1 because g1 is entering into the delay element. So here what I am getting is g1 of n minus 1. So this g1 of n minus 1 will be multiplied by k2 and that will be added with the f1. So here f1 is nothing but the output from the first stage. So this f1 will enter into this adder. Okay. So therefore putting that in the equation form, we have equation 11. Now similarly for the lower path, in the lower path what we have, g2 of n is there. So what is g2 again? It is also again the sum only. Okay. It is the sum of k2 times of f1 of n. Here you can see, and then what is the other term? g1 of n minus 1. Okay. So therefore here I can write g2 of n, that is equal to k2 into f1 of n plus g1 of n minus 1. Call this as equation 12. So from 11 and 12, so this is one lattice structure equation. So here you can simply observe, here multiplier is 1 and k2 in equation 11. In equation 12 it is k2 and 1, they are exchanged between the terms f1 and g1 n minus 1 only. Okay. So therefore now the final output. Okay. So here for the second stage lattice, the final output y of n is nothing but f2 of n, f2 of n. Okay. So therefore here I can write now the final output y of n is equal to f1 of n plus, see, just go back. Okay. So y of n is nothing but it is f1 of n plus k2 into g1 n minus 1. So f1 of n plus k2 into g1 n minus 1. Okay. So this equation is same as this only. What? Because f2 is y of n for us. Okay. f2 of n is nothing but y of n only. Okay. So therefore directly from equation 11, okay, instead of f2 you have to simply write it as y of n. Then now here in this equation we can substitute what is f1 as well as what is this other term g1 of n minus 1 also. So because we need to represent the final output equation y of n in terms of the inputs x of n. Okay. So whatever f0, f1 as well as this g1 are there, they are all intermediate results. So we need to convert them or put them back in terms of x of n and x of n minus 1, x of n minus 2, etc. Okay. So therefore now we will derive the final y of n equation for this second stage lattice structure by just replacing f1 and g1 terms. Okay. Now here in this equation we can replace f1 of n, because we know this f1 is nothing but from equation 9. Okay. So f1 of n is nothing but x of n plus k1 into x of n minus 1. Okay. So therefore now we will substitute this. Okay. So therefore substituting f1 of n, substituting f1 of n and g1 of n minus 1, g1 of n minus 1 from previous equations, of course from previous equation. So we can write the final y of n as, okay, so y of n is equal to, this is f1 term I am writing, okay, x of n plus k1 into x of n minus 1 plus k2 into, see here still what I have to write, k2 into g1 n minus 1. Okay. So we don't have any direct g1 n minus 1, but we have g1 of n equation. So now in g1 of n equation only put minus 1. So this will become x of n minus 1 and this will become x of n minus 1 minus 1. Okay. So therefore here k2 into k1 into x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so therefore the final y of n is equal to x of n plus k1. See, now you can just perform some simple simplifications, because we have x of n minus 1 term and here also x of n minus 1 term. You can just take the common factors and simplify. It is going to give you 1 plus k2 into x of n minus 1 plus k2 into x of n minus 2. Okay, so now this is one important relation. In fact, it is the output equation. Call this as equation 13. It is the output equation for the second stage lattice. Okay, so we have x of n minus 1 term as well as x of n minus 2 term. Okay, so therefore for m is equal to 2, we have x of n minus 2 in the output equation. So therefore now we already have written one second order filter equation. What is that equation? Is equation 8. I think this is equation 8. Okay, so this equation 8, it represents second order latticed structure. Okay, so FIR system equation. So therefore now you can compare this equation 8 with the equation we just now have derived, that is 13. Okay, because what we can compare here is the coefficients of x of n minus 1 and x of n minus 2. Okay, so therefore comparing equation 8 and equation 13, equation 8 and 13. Okay, so in this place, okay, k1 into 1 plus k2, we have there what is that? We have alpha 2 of 1 is there. Okay, and in place of alpha 2 of 2, now in 13 what we have is k2. Okay, so therefore alpha 2 of 1 is equal to k1 into 1 plus k2, and alpha 2 of 2 is equal to k2, Okay, so therefore now we can derive what are these reflection coefficients. Okay, so therefore k1 is equal to alpha 2 of 1 by 1 plus alpha 2 of 2. Okay, and k2 is simply alpha 2 of 2. Okay, so now this is one important relation, call it as equation 14 for the second order FIR structures. Okay, so k1 and k2 are the reflection coefficients, and their values are directly dependent on the alpha values. What are these alpha 2, alpha 2? They are nothing but the direct form filter coefficients. Okay, so thus the reflection coefficients here k1, k2 of the lattice filter can be obtained from the coefficients alpha m of k. Okay, so using this it is possible to find k1, k2, etc. Okay, so now continuing the same process. Okay, so using the recursive equations, it is further possible to go to third stage, fourth stage as well as mth stage. Okay, so therefore by continuing this recursive process, so it is possible to derive the following recursive equations. So what are those recursive equations are? So first of all we can write what is this f naught of n. So this will be g naught of n, it is again x of n. So this is evident from our structure, because the structure what we have written, x of n splits into two parts. So one is f naught part, other one is a g naught part. Okay, so therefore f naught is same as g naught is again equal to x of n. Then so another equation what we have is either f1 equation. Okay, so for that it is possible to write a generalized equation like this: f mn is equal to f of m minus 1n plus km into g m minus 1 n minus 1. Okay, so now this is applicable for writing f1, f2, etc. Okay, if it is the first order, f1 of n, if it is the second order, f2 of n. Okay, it continues like this. So here what are the range of values? M is 0, 1 dot dot up to m minus 1 only. Okay. Similarly, another equation what we have is g equation, that is g0, g1, g2, etc. Okay, so in general g m of n can be written as k m f n minus 1 of n plus g m minus 1 into n minus 1. So again here also m equal to 0, 1 dot dot up to m minus 1. Okay, so therefore now continuing like this, it is also possible to write the output of, okay, so output of m minus 1 stage, output of m minus 1 stage filter. Okay, so that can be written as, so y of n is equal to f m minus 1 of n. Okay, so take it as one more equation. So because we even in the previous lattice structures we have seen, okay, so y of n was equal to f naught of n. Similarly, y of n was also equal to f1 of n. Okay, so therefore it is possible to write in general the output of m minus 1 stage filter as y of n equal to f of m minus 1 of n. Okay, so therefore now it is also possible to now draw the structure of a m minus 1 stage in the form of a block diagram. Okay, so therefore m minus 1 stage lattice, so block diagram of m minus 1 stage, m minus 1 stage lattice is lattice filter. Okay, can be drawn as, it again starts with the x of n only. So we know that x of n in two parts. Okay, so one is f naught of n, next part is g naught of n. So it will go to the first stage. So this is the first stage. Okay, and the first stage outputs are f1 of n and g1 of n. So now these two will act as inputs for the second stage. Okay, so now this is the second stage. Okay. The second stage is going to give the outputs as f2 of n and g2 of n. Okay, similarly, okay, so it continues, and in the last stage, okay, what we have, we can write it as a m minus 1 stage. So m minus 1 stage is m minus 1 stage. So here this output is f m minus 1 n is equal to y of n. Okay, and last one is g m minus 1 n. Okay, and for this the inputs will be obviously f m minus 2 n and g m minus 2 n are the inputs. Okay, continuation from the previous line. Okay, so this is the general block diagram for showing the lattice structure whose order is m minus 1. Okay, so now we can also draw m minus 1 stage lattice filter. Okay, so m minus 1 stage lattice filter. Okay, so it looks like this. So we have the input f m minus 1 of n, okay, and the other input g m minus 1 n. So it will pass through the delay. After the delay, they are added with the reflection coefficients here. Okay, so the reflection coefficient Okay, so they are k, m, and here this is k, m, k, m. Okay, so therefore here the output will be f m minus 1n, which is nothing but y of n itself, and here this is g m minus 1. Okay, so this is the m minus 1 stage lattice filter structure. Okay, so therefore now for any given order it is possible to show its lattice structure if we know k values, that is reflection coefficient values. So therefore now these reflection coefficients, they are directly derived from alpha m values from the given transfer function. Okay, so therefore now in order to realize the lattice structure for any given order, so we can make use of these two expressions, that is k for any value of m, small m, it is order, okay, is equal to alpha m of m, take it as 16th equation, where alpha m minus 1 I equal to alpha m of I, okay, minus alpha m of m into alpha m of m minus I, this whole divided by 1 minus k m square, take it as equation 70. So where I is equal to 1 to, okay, up to m minus 1. Okay. So now these are the equations 16 and 17, these are the two equations. Okay, so using which it is possible to realize the lattice structure by calculating the reflection coefficients with the help of direct form coefficients. Okay, so therefore here k are nothing but the reflection coefficients and alpha represents the direct form coefficients. Okay, so now where are these available? The reflection coefficients are available from our system transfer function itself. Okay, so using these alpha we are deriving k. Okay, so we can make use of equation 16 and 17 in order to obtain those unknown values, and thereby we can draw the lattice structures. Thank you.